Well, hi folks, I hope you're all well. I'd just like to go through with you something I've been trying to get off the ground. Over the past few months I've been in discussions with Peterborough and District Angling Association trying to get a spring pairs feeder league up and running at Ferry Meadows for this year. This was before Christmas. I then got a phone call from them just over a couple of weeks ago to say that in principle they're really happy to go along with it, so which was really good. And off the back of that, I then went and had a discussion with my bait sponsor, which is Peg Number One, and they've agreed that they will sponsor the event. So thanks ever so much, Peg Number One. I then went and had a meeting with the PDIA last Saturday to just go over the sort of primarily the dates and get some dates agreed and the sort of format, rules and regulations. Which we did, and we managed to sort of get all those things bottomed out, which was really good. And at that point I kind of thought that we'd got an agreement and it was sort of like stamped, you know, and we could go ahead with it. Unfortunately, late on Sunday evening I got a phone call from the PDIA to say that they've still got a couple of more hoops they need to go through, so which is fair enough. They're a large club and they've got you know, committee members to obviously discuss this with, and they've also got the Neem Park as well that they need to discuss it with, so they need to speak to them to make sure there's no clashes on the dates, which we didn't believe there was when we discussed it on Saturday, so you know, fingers crossed that'll be okay. And obviously they need to just go through the stuff with the committee of the PDIA. They're having that meeting on the 6th of February, so once they've had that meeting we should hopefully get the seal of approval and you know, agree that everything that we've discussed is going to be sort of put in place. What I'd like to just go through with you guys now really is just some of the basics, so you primarily the dates, so you can put them in your diary so you know what's going on, obviously subject to change, but hopefully you know, we sort of, you know, went through it quite methodically, so we've got dates that we think are going to be okay with the Neem Park, that is. So first of all, it is a spring pairs feeder league, so it is a league. It's done over 5 matches and it is feeder only. It is going to be at Ferry Meadows, and we're having a maximum of 40 anglers, so 20 pairs. And what we have agreed in principle is that we would fish both lakes, so Gunwade and Overton. We would have 20 anglers on each lake, so to kind of spread it out a little bit. It'll be done on a points basis and it'll be done over 4 sections, so you'll have 4 sections of 10, which obviously be your 40 anglers, and you'll be fishing for points. So obviously if you get the highest weight in your section of 10, you will get 1 point, and obviously the next highest weight will get 2 points, and so on and forth down to 10 points for the lowest weight. If you get a do not weigh, you'll get 10 points. So if you think, oh, it ain't worth weighing, and chuck a couple of fish back, you'll automatically get 10 points for that. And so that's really sort of like the basis of what we're doing. We have drilled down a lot more the rules and regulations, but I will go through all of those with you in much more detail after the 6th of February, once I know that we've actually got the stamp and seal of approval from the PDIA. The main reason I really wanted to talk to you guys is so you can get the dates down. So I'm going to go over the dates now, but what I will do is I'll put something up as well just after I finish talking, and I'll obviously hold it on the screen for a while so you can see what these dates are. So please make a note of these if you're really interested in doing it. So the first date is the 26th of April. The second date is the 3rd of May. The third date is the 17th of May. The fourth date is the 14th of June, and the 5th date, which will be the final match, will be on the 21st of June. Now, it is a pairs, so you will need a partner. What I've discussed with the PDIA is if for whatever reason your partner can't make it, then you're able to have someone to come in as a substitute. If you can't make it the following match but your partner can, then you can have someone else come in as a substitute. It's not a problem, so you can keep obviously your team going throughout those 5 matches. Main reason I've done that and I've asked for that is because obviously it's very difficult sometimes for 40 anglers to commit to, you know, 5 matches over a period of just over 2 months. So like I said, that's subject to change as well, so I need to get all this obviously agreed by the PDIA. Sorry, the one thing I forgot to mention was how you can enter the competition. Last year, the PDIA did an online payment system where you obviously had to click on a link and then you could go on there and buy a ticket. We've proposed that we do the same thing for this spring pairs feeder league as well. So it just makes things a hell of a lot easier, and then we know what who the pairs are going to be and what the numbers are, rather than trying to sort of like wait until the day and who's going to turn up. So yeah, so obviously once all this gets agreed, then the PDIA will obviously announce it officially, and they'll obviously put a link up which you'll be able to click on, and then obviously going into the competition. So it is a spring pairs feeder league at Ferry Meadows, run in conjunction with Peterborough District Angling Association and sponsored by PEG number 1. I'll be involved obviously in running the matches, and yeah, so obviously please make a note of those dates if you're interested. By all means, if you want to personal message me, that's absolutely fine. I can't really go over too many details with you until it's all sort of got a stamp and seal of approval after the 6th of February, but fingers crossed everything will be okay. Just really want to let you guys know to get it out there. Thanks ever so much for listening, and I shall see you in the stream soon.